La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hey, there I am. I have one viewer. That's pretty awesome. Hi, guys. Hey, Laura, Annette, Miwa, Nicole. How's everyone doing? So I'll talk to you guys while you're here. I'm doing a little mini sale on a Wednesday. So Ted yesterday had a stroke. He had two little tiny ones. He had a stroke about 20 years ago, and I was there for that one, and that was more major. So I came home yesterday from doing the shipping in the morning, and I come to the house, and Ted's eating whatever breakfast he's eating. Hey, guys. Oh, the new kitten. Oh, my goodness. So exciting. And I had a doctor's appointment. I did a telephone appointment instead, which is great because I was home for the beginning of it. Like, he was just confused. And I said, he was on a round of prednisone, and he's told me I can tell you guys all this stuff. It's all good. So I'm not breaking any confidence. But he said, I don't feel great. And I went, what's going on? He's like, I feel dizzy. I'm just not right. And I know that feeling that he gets because that's what happened last time, 20 years ago. And I said, did you take your last prednisone? And he went, prednisone? And I went, yeah, the steroid you're taking for your leg. And he went, my leg? And I went, get in the car. We're going to the hospital. So that's what we did. So he had two, so they did a CAT scan or a CT scan. They did a contrast dye CT scan, and then they did an MRI because they couldn't see it on the first two. They were so small. They're called mini strokes, and that's why he was confused. By the end of the day, he was really good, but he did have to spend the night overnight because they want to monitor him and then adjust his meds and stuff like that. So I picked up my brother this morning, and we went to go visit him they didn't have any beds, so he's still stuck in the ER, but he's being pampered over there. And of course, he's sitting in there telling us all, this nurse is cute, and this one is age appropriate for me to date. And I'm like, you guys knock that off. But that's who he is. So he is doing much better. He's getting released today. In fact, I'm going to have my phone on me the entire time because we're waiting. They're doing an echocardiogram just to make sure his heart's okay. They did one yesterday, and, he's fine. And each doctor just keeps telling us, well, he's asymptomatic, so he can just go home. And I'm like, okay, good. There was a stroke counselor or advocate or something, and she came in and she gave me her card. Her name's Cassandra, and she's lovely. And I said, I know the protocol for if you think you're having a heart attack, but what's the protocol for stroke? Because I just don't know it. And she was like, just get them to the hospital as soon as you can. And that's what we did. I came home from shipping, and it was 10:45. And by 11 o'clock, we were in the car on the way to the hospital. So we got him in there in perfect amount of time, and he got seen right away, and he's okay. He's okay. Because when you have a stroke once, your chances of having another one have increased exponentially. So the fact that he had one 20 years ago increases his chances that he'll have one, after that. But luckily, he hasn't had one for 20 years. So he does get to come home today. And if I get called during the live, my brother's queued up and ready to go grab him. He's at my house, and yeah. So he wanted to say thank you to everyone, and he's going to be back on Saturday. So you'll see him on Saturday. All right? Don't worry about Ted. He's fine. He's okay. So yeah, and we appreciate all the well wishes and all the prayers and all the good vibes and healing energy and all that stuff. And if we want to make a little post maybe in the group, and then I can read them the well wishes afterwards, if someone wants to do that, that would be awesome. Just start a post and say, hey, we're wishing Ted, here's the well wishes, and then we can do that. He'd love that. He recognizes your names too, you know, so like, yeah. Ted had a stroke, Eve. He's okay, though. He had 2 little ones. I know that, gosh, I think Rick Stewart from CS Orchids is sick, too, or he had something going on. I don't know exactly. I did do the well wishes thing, but maybe Ted wanted to top him. I don't know. He's that kind of guy. He's a story topper. I'm just kidding. He's doing okay, though. He is in really good spirits, and deciding which fruit cup he's going to eat next in the hospital. But he is going to come home today. So, all right? Yeah. All right, guys. So it's probably still 12 minutes till I'm supposed to really start. So let me talk about something real quick. I got the availability list from Hilo Orchid Farm today, and I was wondering what you guys want. Yeah, exactly, Miwa. 8 strokes every time it was too late, so she got worse. Right. So we just got it. And it was serendipitous, too, because I actually had an appointment to get my hair done that day, too. And I had moved that to the 18th. So if not for changing my 2 appointments, I wouldn't even have been there. And we probably would never have known. He probably just would have felt yucky. And but this way, he gets the full panel. He got all the blood work done. He got all the people poking him and prodding him, and he likes attention. Who doesn't? Yeah. Thank you, Eve. Thank you, everyone. I will. All right. So let me talk to you about, I want to put together an order. So before it turns 2 o'clock and we officially start selling stuff, I have I know you can't see it, but I'm looking right at a box of filled with Reichenstylus gigantea, these guys, and in all colors except white. So we just said, we don't care if they're in spike or bloom, send us the biggest plants, and we're going to sell them as this is supposedly what this is. You know, because sometimes you just don't know, and sometimes things get mislabeled, and I don't want anyone to be like, I need this color, and if it's not that color, it's the end of my world. So we're not doing that. We're gonna be cool about it. Yeah. Poor Gonzo, he's just like, where did Ted go? He's standing by his door. He's just like, is he not coming out of here? And I'm like, not this morning, buddy. He's so traumatized right now. He'll be okay. Justin's at home. Justin was like, do you want me to come with you and help you with the live? And I'm like, no, I can do it. Why don't you stay home and hang out with the dog? Because the dog is just sitting on his lap going, Justin's his favorite person. I'm in the top 5, and that's all I need. Yes, I will let him know. All right, so first of all, what we have as far as intergenerics go is we have Alicella Stellar Hoku, which is 2 different shades of purple, Belera Big Shot, Hilo Sparkle, Snowblind Sweet Spots, Hilo Fire. I don't know. I was thinking of getting Vulsicara Celtic Sun Maya. Do you guys remember what that looks like? I have one in bloom over there, but let me show you what the picture looks like. Buyl. There it is. Remember this girl? I was thinking of getting that one. And then there's some really nice Rothschildianum seedlings that are bred to something else. It says by Sib, but I think they mean by whatever else. But here's what I was thinking of, because I remember we had a couple requests for rustic spots, which is right here. And then the other one, I think was it Golden Glory Apollo? I think that was the other one. That's the one that's Richard Mueller by Tenebrosa, and Richard Mueller's that nice, cute little yellow spotty one, and then it's bred to Tenebrosa, so you get this wild, yeah. Ted's okay. He'll be back Friday, but he did have 2 little mini strokes yesterday, so he's getting released from the hospital today. He's really resilient. This guy, like, you know, he had surgery on his carotid a couple years ago, I think, and I don't think he missed one show. Like, we flew over to Oahu, got him pipe cleanered out, and then he came right back in, and he was like, I'm good to go. And his voice was a little raspy, but that was it. So, yeah. Oh, you have it in bloom now, Rita? Oh, I want to see it so bad. The other ones, I don't know if anyone's interested in Hilda Takamatsu, or he's going to be okay, Pam, and we appreciate it. Thank you. They have some response by Nodosa, which hasn't been named yet, and I can't understand for the life of me why not. A couple zygos, but here's the species that I want to talk to you guys about. And if there's anything that you like, I would like you to comment with the word, with the name, you know, or as close as you can to it. There's one Orangus biloba. It's got kind of cute little ruffly leaves. Here, let's see. Biloba. Boop. Slow website. There we go. You see how cute these are? And you can see that those leaves are kind of wavy at the edges, like Uricone rothschildiana. Thanks, guys. I will let him know all of that. And someone's going to start a thread in the, or a post in the group, and we'll put all our, you know, Feel Better Ted stuff there. So Orangus biloba. There's also, ooh, Rita, thank you. There's also Angraecum diderii, which I still, diderii, sorry, which I still have a few left. Angraecum leonis. Diakia hendersoniana, I think I'm going to get more of those. Do you remember those? They have the little pink flowers, and they come up from the plant, and they're blooming size in a 2-inch pot. They're so cute. So those. Rocio glossum Bob Hamilton. I love those. Do you guys remember what those look like? Here. Here they are. These guys. And those flowers are big. They're like this big across. And you can see them from like across the greenhouse. So I'm thinking of some of those. They have 2 Falcata, Vanda Falcatas, White Flamingo by Cali 1, and then White Flamingo by Tokunoshima. They have Vanilla, Zygonese. Oh, those are plugs. Never mind. All right, and then we have Chantilly lace back in. You remember those little teeny tinies with the cute little spotted flowers? We've got Calatonia Why Not red and yellow. We've got Cycnodes Wine Delight gem. Those are going to be on the list. Dendrobium lavifolium variety aureum. So those are the sort of yellowy, creamy color lavifoliums, which are usually purple. Dendrobium smiley, Dendrobium spectabile, which I'm very excited about. And Dendrobium unicum. I'm definitely getting those. This one's called Dendrobium unicum giant horn. Let me show you what that looks like. Den unicum. This is a species den, and the flower looks like it's upside down. It's one of those. But look at how cute that is. And can you see like the delicate striping in that lip that's sticking up? So cute. Here's the thing that I'm most excited about. They have BLC Hawaiian Leopard Mei Ling. And I haven't been able to find that sucker forever. In fact, I tried to set a pod on my one last time it bloomed, and I don't think it took. And I was bummed because I'm like, I'll do a selfing. That way I can, like, you know, get more of them in a couple years. But Hilo is coming through. Let me show you what Hawaiian leopard looks like. I really love it. ELC. There it is. She's so pretty. Ah! Look at her. Happy hump day. You guys can wish list whatever you want. The Spectabile, let's see. Yeah, you can wish list it, Rita. I'll get plenty of them too. The Spectabiles are they're in 3-inch pots, so they're not quite blooming size, but you know that if they're from Hilo, they're going to be grown immaculately. Yeah, I haven't sold anything yet, Kim, so don't worry. Yeah, Hawaiian leopard is just beautiful. It's got this beautiful yellow spotted flower and then this bright sort of purpley, pinky lip. And they're just delightful. And does Hilo have any dark cymbidiums? I've never gotten cymbidiums from Hilo. I don't think they do them. I think because we have one guy who, Bob Harris, who owns Orchid People of Hawaii, and he does cymbidiums. He's like the cymbidium guy. Which one for Midwest? You need peck heavy insects. Are you talking about this one, Pam, the leopard for the Midwest? Yeah, I haven't sold anything yet. I'm just showing you what I'm going to order for next week. Yes, Ted had a stroke. He's going to be okay. Yeah, Pam, you can absolutely do it Midwest. This is a Cattleya. Ted had a stroke. He's okay. He's coming home today. I've got my phone on me in case they call me to say he's released, and I'll let my brother know, and he'll zoom on over and get him. And he's asymptomatic. He's okay. He is okay. Yeah, he's okay, Amy. Don't worry. Beverly, yes, we are live. All right, so it's 1:59. Should we start with some plants? I was hoping Ben's order was going to be here in time, but it's just not. So I will tell him, guys. Don't you worry. I haven't gotten these yet. This is something I'm going to order for next week. So I'm just sort of gauging interest so I can sort of come up in my brain with how much we should get. You know what I mean? Ooh, it's your birthday on Saturday? Happy birthday, Amy. Don't worry, guys. He's okay. You know, it's funny. I had a full-on meltdown in the car the other day when I was trying to return an air mattress via Amazon, and I selected the wrong drop-off point, and it's like, you need to print out a label, and I was like, no! And I just lost my brain. The whole 2 days of Ted having a stroke, I'm even. I don't know why. I was there for when I was saying he had one 20 years ago, and I was pretty even then, too. I shot a wedding the day he got admitted to the hospital. I was so upset, too. Like, I was like, oh, my gosh, you know, am I going to lose my dad? And, like, I had a wedding I had to go shoot because he was supposed to shoot it, you know, and the minister was like, where's Ted? And I was like, he's not feeling well. And I couldn't tell her that he had a stroke because I was like, I'll cry at this stupid wedding and not at the right part. But it was okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. My brother's like, hey, how can I support you? So I've got him. And honestly, we're okay. We had a 2:00 sale and I still want to do it. And Ted was like, you're going to do the 2:00, right? And I was like, yeah, I'll do the 2:00. So I am here according to my and his wishes. And letting you guys all know what's going on, you know? You could see yourself with a leopard? Good. Right? That would be, oh, I like your, I can see your little, Shelly, I can see your little flower in your little avatar picture. Yeah. He's going to be okay. All right? He's already okay. You know, he's talking about this nurse and what she said to him, and this nurse and what she said, and how he likes his doctor from Kaiser coming over, and she's pretty. And I'm just like, yes, I know, Ted. So he's a flirt. He's not a lech, but he's a flirt. That's for sure. Yeah, everyone loves Ted. This is the cult of Ted. Welcome to the cult of Ted, Francis. Yeah, and I'm busy. I'm good. And honestly, like, the doctors have given me every indication that, like, he's good. And I can tell he's good, you know. Yesterday he wasn't so good. Today he is so much better, and he's back to normal pretty much. Oh, I bet they love him, and they also go, that rascal in room 25, right? All right, guys. So let's do some stuff. You want to get? I'm going to give away something at the beginning. How about that? Let's do this. So you guys remember? I pulled out. This was an Eclandii cerulean by Schilleriana cerulean. So it's Pecaviensis cerulean, and I said let's do a division off of it because it was my plant, and it was growing out of the pot, and I'm going to give this away. This is what we're going to give away. So let's see. I know, flirting with all the nurses. Yeah, he's incorrigible. I do need to write down a number, though, because otherwise I wouldn't believe me. So I'm going to write down a number between 1 and 20, and you guys can start guessing whenevs. I know the roots are out of this world. Okay, number secured. I love you guys. You guys are the best, for real. All right, 3, 12, 16, 20, 19, 15, 18, 17, 9, 1. I don't have to read them out loud because Ted doesn't have to get them. That is perfect. All right, not yet. La 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 la. Between 1 and 20, Sarah. She's all 57. Heinz 57. Love it. We've danced around it a few times. Annette, you won. Number 6. See? I guess I could have made that a 9, though. All right, Annette, this is all yours. I'm going to write your name on it. All right, cool. It's a nice rainy day here today. It's nice and cool. You are so welcome. Thanks for playing. All right, all yours. Bam. All right, let me grab some plants and we'll start doing this thing. It's fun. So the Reichenstylus we'll do on Friday, on Saturday, okay? Because I have all my computer and stuff set up over here, I'm gonna. You did 6 in the beginning? Where? Yeah, it did not show up. I actually don't have any numbers from you, Todd. That's so weird. Oh, Sarah, he had 2 mini strokes yesterday, but he's asymptomatic. He's not confused. He's all good today. So he's going to get discharged today and come home. He feels great. So good one, Sarah. I love it. All right. So let me open up my sales sheet. And we'll get this party started. We're just going to do like, hour or two, see what we do. Thank you, Sarah. You're sweet. You guys are all awesome. Okie dokie. So, I know I've got 2 of these. This is Doritis pulcherrima. You guys familiar with Doritis? These are essentially Phalaenopsis. And they have these cute little flowers, and this is a species. And they have these great tall spikes that come out like this. Here, look. You see how tall those spikes are? Isn't that bananas? And these are blooming size. So like Phalaenopsis, they'll throw little spikes out from in between the leaves, right above where they throw roots out. But let me show you what color these guys are. Okay, not the best photo, and they're a little more bright purple than that. But can you see that? Oh yeah, he's not watching because there's no reception in the hospital, because I was trying to text my brother yesterday and it's like could not send. So yeah, he's not watching, but he's not bored in there, and he is such an eavesdropper, listening to everyone else's stuff in rooms next to him. It's terrible. He's like, Robert got released, but he escaped his room 3 times, so they put him in soft restraints. And he's like, and then the guy in room 24, his gallbladder's giving him a big issue while he's on vacation. And I'm just like, Ted. So they have these beautiful little flowers that are, this is probably a cerulean version, but they are, here we go. Bam. Look at those. That's the color. So these guys are blooming size, and I have 2 of them. Let me see if they're on my list. I'm sure they are. This is very cobbled together today. I was just like, let's just do it. There they are. Hello, cuties. So one of these is 22 and the other one's 26. I get it. One of them's bigger. They're in the same size pot, though. So I'll just put names on them. All right, so let's do these for 22 and 26. Just type in the price of the one you want. This is 26, 22. Bing, bong, boom. You lost so many orchids to the deep freeze. No! I know, right? Maybe he could do. All right, Donna, you've got the 22, and Barbara, you got the 26. Now, if you're new and you're not aware of wish list items, you can do that for anything that you miss out on. Like, say you wanted a Doritis and you're like, dang it, and you can't seem to get one during the live or whatever, or you don't get them in the preview, which you should get them in the preview. But if you don't want to leave it to chance, you send us a message and say, I want a wish list of Doritis pulcherrima. And we'll put that on your list, and then the next one that comes in, we'll just put it right into your order. Invoice you for it that weekend. Easy peasy. All right, this bad boy, holy moly. I feel like this is gonna break. Yeah, this is, all right, so this just broke off. I'm going to see if this will sprout some stuff, and then I'm going to discount this guy because he doesn't have his longest arm. All right, so Variety Natural World. Doesn't say it on any of them. All right, so this one is supposedly $20, but I have 2 others that are $14 that are in 2-inch pots, so let's make them all 14. How about that? Because they're probably, at this point, all the same size. This guy has very little bark in here. Yeah, I might have twisted it off, but it was, do you see how it had damage here? Or here. I don't have to prove anything to you, but I am going to put this on a moss bed and see if it does some stuff. You're banned for 3 days and can't comment on your page. Okay. I didn't look for a Kupowitz yet. I will. But you can comment here, my dear. I will keep, okay. So 3, Dendrobium reflexitepilums. Let me show you what the flower looks like, though. They're really cute. They're very similar to Lichenastrum. Boop. Look at that cute little flower. That's what comes out of this guy. And it comes out in the little leaf joints right here. Super cute. How's that been doing for it, Gary? Because this is, I always say reflexapetalum by accident. It's actually reflexatepalum, which is not intuitive. So I guess bare root, this one would probably want to be watered daily. That's for sure. But, you know, here. You see? He can come out. He's just in like half a handful of bark. And you can absolutely keep him in this, or you can mount him. Like dendrobiums love to be mounted. They grab on really well. They're super handsy. Oh, yeah, Ted's pronunciation, reflexapetalum. And I correct him every time, don't I? I'm never going to do it again. No, just kidding. But these guys are fab. And you can mount them, pot them, basket them. You can do anything with these guys. So let's do all three for 14. If you want one, type in reflex, R-E-F-L-E-X. They are dendrobiums, so they don't want to be like super wet all the time. But Gary's got it right, where you soak it, you give it some time to soak up that water, and then let them dry off. Rosie, got you for one. You can do anything with it. Yeah. Nancy, gotcha. All right. You can stick it up your nose, Todd. Teresa, you got the last one. Oh, you mounted yours today? Nice. I love it. All right, hold on one sec. No, Peter, if you buy something today, because it's within a week of your shipping date. So yeah, it won't go with this order. It'll go with your next order. All right. All right. You know what I'm talking about, Internet. Yeah, you do. All right. This is Miltoniopsis, or Miltonia, sorry, spectabilis, variety Morleana. Okay. This is sort of a, I'm trying to find a really good picture of just the flat flower. Here we go. You see that? You can spank anything if you're committed enough. All right, so this is Miltonia spectabilis. This is a fantastic species. What these do is they're kind of unique in their growth habit. I guess I would liken them mostly to like maybe an area or something like that. They have these sort of flat pseudobulbs, and then the little leaves that top the pseudobulb. And when they put out a spike, the spike actually looks like another leaf until it gets to a certain length. And then you're like, oh, that's got a really skinny stalk on it. That is going to be a bud. That's going to be a flower. And the flowers on this plant are gigantic. They're probably 5 inches tall and about 3 inches across. They are fantastic, and they last for a few weeks. So you get this purple, beautiful, brightly colored flower. It's huge, and it lasts a while, and it sort of camouflages itself in the growth, which is really, really fun too. Super fun. I have 2 or 3 of these. Hold on, let me check. I think just 2 maybe. Yeah, I have 2 because I sold one last week. That's why. Man. Yes, I got Teresa. Thank you, Todd. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Miltoniopsis or Miltonia, sorry. That's the thing. I'll give the code and then I'll tell you the difference. Miltonia spectabilis variety Morelliana, which is just the variety. I have 2 of these at 28. These are absolutely blooming size, and they're overachievers when it comes to blooming. I wouldn't be surprised if this put out 2 to 3 spikes. Excuse me. Hiccups. Let's make the code for this one SPEC, S-P-E-C. Miltoniopsis and Miltonias used to be in the same group. And what they did was they split them into 2. The cooler grower Miltoniopsis and the warmer grower Miltonia. And that's what this is. This is the warmer grower Miltonia. Okay? We got Amy and Barbara. All right. Awesome. Ah! Sorry. I wasn't expecting all these spikes on this one. So cute. Let's see what this looks like because I don't even know. I don't know all the dendrochilums. Are we shocked? I am. All right. This is dendrochilum havilandii. Variety Natural World. Now, I don't know. Can you see this? That these are all spikes that are coming out. Dendrochilum spikes look like little rattlesnake tails. They're so fantastic. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spikes on it. It's so cute. I love a dendrochilum spike. Love it. Let's see what this looks like, though. All right. Dendrochilum, H-A-V-I-L-A-N-D-I-I. Got it. Really interesting. Haviland's dendrochilum. I'm just trying to find a picture of it. Oh, its synonym is Hewittii. Okay, let's try that. There we go. That one's coming up. No. I don't know what this is going to look like. Do you have a picture? A website of websites? No. Farts. Here, orchid roots. Let's try this. No. All right. I have no idea. So this is Dendrochilum havilandii. Subgenus Platyclinus. Well, I don't know. Oh, Miltonias went to Amy and Barbara. Amy Hilliard and Barbara Solera. All right, well, I mean, let's just do this guy. He's actually in a smaller pot. He's just doing this because he will not stand up on his own. I mean, he'll just fall. Okay, he's all right. But a stiff breeze would take this guy over. He's way overgrown and he needs to be put in a different pot. But dendrochilums are fun no matter what. This guy's only 26 and he is, I don't think I've ever had havilandii. So if he stays here, cool, we'll watch him bloom. Like I said, he's got 7 spikes on him and he's got these really cool leaves. And all dendrochilums bloom in this really cool chain. And I'll at least show you that. How about that? So they have these here, very cool chains of flowers. And some of them get big enough where they come up and then they start spiraling down. Some of them, like Wenzelii, just stay totally erect and they come in different colors. This looks like it's going to eventually cascade over, if that makes sense. Let's make the code for this one Land, L-A-N-D, and he's 26, and I only have the one. I don't know what the blooms look like. This is going to be a surprise. Ah, leaf tantrum right there. Look at you. Tantrum, tantrum, tantrum. All right. Debbie. You know, we're not too far out on shipping, actually. If you message Juniper, I bet you she could probably get you in the next, like, 2 weeks or something. We're all booked for the 11th, obviously, but you could get in January easily. No problem. This is Dendrobium glomeratum. And I'm going to show you what the flower looks like, and then I'm going to talk about, just for 1 second, this. This is a tantrum, and that is a Dendrobium thing. All right, so Dendrobium glomeratum. This is such a cool Dendrobium. It has like Tanii bracteosum energy, but with a bigger flower. Look at this. Right? I love that flower. I love that color. I love the size of the flower because it's about this big. And then there's a ton of them. Now, these are semi-deciduous. They will, as you can see on these really old canes, they have no leaves. But even evergreen dendrobiums will have leaf tantrums. And the reason they have these is because they don't like moving around. So this came from down the road, so it's not going to have a major upheaval. But the fact that it's going to go from here to the mainland, it's going to throw a few of these. And don't freak out. This isn't a fungus. This isn't a disease. This is it going, I don't like it here, and doing that. And that's fine. You can just let them calm themselves down. Don't move them around. Treat them as normal, and they will absolutely stop in a day or two. But don't freak out if that happens. And if you treat everything with Physan on the way in, great. If you quarantine your plants from other plants before you integrate them to see if they're healthy, great. If that's not your protocol, that's fine too. But this shouldn't freak you out, okay? And you don't need to treat if you don't normally treat, okay? Whatever your protocol is, just keep it the same and just let these guys go through their little meltdown. Because they're just rolling around on the floor, kicking and screaming. And then once they're done, they're done. Unless you move them from one side of the house to the other, and then whole new tantrum. This is Dendrobium glomeratum. I think I have 2 of these. Yeah, I do. I have one that's in a 3-inch and one that's in a 4-inch. Should I go grab the 4? Let me go grab the 4 or the 3, whatever the other one is. Oh, there you are. Well, well, well. I'm inclined to make these more the same price. This one's much taller, but this one's much bushier. And as you can see, it's got more naked canes because it's a more mature plant. It's got a lot of old growth behind it. Hello, little bug. I shall murder you. Sorry. Okay. Dendrobium glomeratum. I have 2 of these. Let's, I have them at 28 and 32. Let's make them both 30. Split the difference. And then you can have a taller younger or a shorter older. My brother's taller younger. Okay. Yeah, Physan will. Oh, hi, Melly. Hello, Melly, Melly, sweetie, baby. All right, love you. You can use Physane on most orchids. I wouldn't spray things that are in bloom, or if you're setting seed pods or something like that. But other than that, they should be okay. I can't think of anything that it would hurt. But here's Dendrobium glomeratum. Let's make the code the letter G. All right? And I have 2 of them. What's going on, kid? How's the neighborhoods? How's the neighborhoods doing? Yes, my little girl. That's a little girl. She's the prettiest little red fox. Kitty, kitty, hello. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Kristen, got you. 4-inch requested, which is this one, by the way. You got it. Anyone else want this one? Boop, boop, boop. Oh, Helen. The bushy one is taken. Do you want the tall one? Let me know. I have, oh. I have money in my bra and it's very itchy. Okay. I could put it. I don't have a pocket. Put it over here. Let me know, Helen, if you are okay with the taller, more elegant one. Elegance. All right. No. Okay. So this one's still available if anyone wants. It's a dog party. Nani's here too. All right. So moving on. What else we got? Oh, area. This is fun. This is Area convoluroides. This is a fun one. Oh gosh, you're so cute. You're gonna distract me. You monster. You tiny, tiny monster. All right. Area convoluroides. Areas are fun. The only thing I don't like about areas is sometimes they're a little too like overly sweet in their scent, where they almost smell like slightly overripe fruit. Does that make any sense? Anyway, I'm a picky smell person. What? Who? I don't know what you're referring to, Toddward. Oh. I know the first pig is probably a blimp spike. Where are the other two? New growth. That looks like new growth, or I don't know. Let me look at it really closely afterwards. All right. Area convoluroides. All right. So look, this is a fully big plant. Bigger than this one. Not a lot bigger. And then let me show you what the flowers look like close up. It's the wrong one. Keeps showing me spicata. Here's convoluroides. There she is. Gonna clear up? Nope. Okay. Well, I mean, basically they're this creamy white with a slate pink blush. Does that make sense? So they have this really cool, I don't know if you can see it, but let me see if I can get it up close. Do you see the cross hatching on the growth, on the new growth? I just love that. I love a fun growth habit. Okay. So area convoluroides, I have 24, no, one. It's $24, and the code's going to be CON, CON. Not like con. I think that's KHAN, but like convict or convoluroides or concave, right? Nancy, it's all yours. is Dainty Vanda, I bet. Yep. This is fun. Okay. And this is quite large for the ones that I normally get. This is a big boy. This is Vanda. I think it's just called Vanda Dainty Vanda. But let me show you what it looks like. It's super cute. This is a primary hybrid of Neophonetia falcata, and Dainty Vanda. Boop. Yeah. It's Vanda Costylus. That's it. So, Neophonetia falcata, Reichenstilus retusa, all right? Reichenstilus retusa has a great blooming habit, but this did take after the falcata parent, which is really good because they are super fragrant, which is always a treat. The retusa is the only thing that I can see of the retusa coming through is the color on the flower and the slightly bigger growth habit than a falcata, right? This is probably blooming size, if not very close, because retusas don't need to be that big, you know. And falcatas, they'll bloom 2.5 inches tall. And speaking of falcatas, Ryan Malecki sent me a most beautiful flask of falcata, and I think Becca deflasked them, so they're so cute. They're little babies, but he's a great flasker. If anyone needs flasking services, I highly recommend. So this is Dainty Vanda. I just have the one. And let's see, what's it under? Neo. All right, there we go. There he is. 24. That's it. $24, and I have one of them, and let's make the code Dainty, Dainty. Oh my God, Nellie is hilarious. We have a big, probably like, she's doing parkour over there. This little red dog, and we have this big sort of in-ground pond, right, that we haven't used, and she's like trying to get in it. She's hilarious. All right, Helen, you got that one. Okay, next. Oh, this is one of my personal favorites. This is so good. This is Trichoglottis smithii. And wait till you see these adorable little flowers. They're so cute. So what I'll do is tonight after the show, we're going to just do the billing midweek, and then I'll put up the leftovers. And then whatever leftovers you get will be rolled into Friday's billing or Saturday's billing. Because the next show's Saturday at 12. Sound good? All right. This is so cute. This is... I love the growth habit. I love the flowers. Okay, so first let me show you. This is how it flowers all along this entire growth. So this has potential to bloom everywhere. I see it's bloomed here and here and here and here and here and here and here, twice in here, and then hasn't yet up here. Okay. I started at, I think I started at like 140. Isn't that cute, Sarah? I know. I love this one. This is Trichoglottis smithii. And these are the flowers. And this money's going to blow away, so I'm going to put it back in my bra. Just move it to a different side. Right there. Yeah, that's probably better. I started early, Sue, because I wanted to announce why Ted wasn't here and everything. But if you're just joining us, Ted had 2 mini strokes yesterday, but he is okay. He's asymptomatic. He's feeling a lot better. He had a stroke 20 years ago. When you have a stroke, it ups your chances of having another one. And so he had his second and third one yesterday, and he's all right. We got him to the hospital right away, and within a few hours, he was, asymptomatic, really. The funny part is when we were in the hospital together, you know, he did like the same dad joke like 3 times because he didn't remember that he had done it. He's like, well, at least my socks match, or this isn't what I had planned for today. I was like, he's so cute, you know, he's so sweet. Like he's just a pure dude. All right. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you. This would be a great one to mount. This would be great to mount because it puts out roots all along the growth. So they make these moss poles that they do for like house plants, monstera, stuff like that. And you can absolutely strap it to one of those and it would probably grab on happily. I'm just realizing that I had this really tall thing that I bought from Jeff Parker a while back and I don't know where it is. I think it died. I need to get another one. But first I have to figure out what it was. But this is just a darling, darling plant. Thank you, Sue. Oh no. So if it does something like that, so sometimes on these single growth guys, especially angraecoids that do this, if you start to get bacterial or fungal rot in the stem or in the bottom leaves, you can stop it with Physan. But what helps is to water them early in the day and give them a chance to dry off before nighttime, because the nighttime drop in temperature along with the moisture is what will set in bacterial or fungal rot. So water them early. If it's past 1 o'clock, I would say wait till the next day. You know what I mean? That'll help. That'll help a whole heck of a lot. I've lost an angraecum here and there to that, and I lost, well, I mean, it had already started, a Trichoglotis brachiata. I showed it to you guys one time, where it was just a brown stick, and then had 4 little leaves on the top. I didn't treat it in enough time. Trichoglotis smithii, I only have this one, and it is 28, which is actually a really good price for one this big. And the code's going to be Smith, S-M-I-T-H, as in the agent, the bad guy in the Matrix, right? You still lost it? That sucks. I'm sorry, Kristen. Tina, you got that. All right. And the last one in this tray, this looks like, Vanda Denisoniana. This color, Todd, avert your eyes because you're not going to like it. Vanda Denisoniana. This is a species Vanda. It doesn't need to be terribly big to bloom, but check it out when it does bloom. Oh, look how pretty that is. It's orange. That's right. We will have, for this weekend, I got a big order from Ben. It's twice the size of what I normally get. And I think it's because he's going to ditch me in the next 2 weeks to go to Tamiami and the Kroll Smith open house. So he sent me some big stuff. He said in his email, I've got, he sent me a couple of his personal Trianii, and he said they're worth over $250. So I'm very excited to see them. I think I got 3 of them, and they are going to be so cool. I can't wait. I'm so excited for the box. He sent it out on Tuesday, and that's why it's not here right now. That's why we're not pulling through all the paper and selling them right now. But it's going to be fun. So if you're into large specimen plants, let me, real quick. Boop. There he is. He's shipping 3,000 plants to the mainland to sell. He said, the big Trianii I'm sending are from my collection. I needed some space. I would say retail at $250 at a bare minimum. Thanks and Happy New Year. And I love that he tells me what things are worth because I don't know everything. But I have 3 extra large Trianii coming. I also have 3 awarded Draculas, 3 regular Draculas, 7 4-inch species. I got 5 Anceps coming in, and 1 5-inch species and 1 5-inch primary hybrid. And then there's even a 4 large Trianii. Not extra large, but large. So I've got 7 Trianii coming in that are specimen sized. So it's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm very excited. All right, Vanda Denisoniana. Let's do this guy. This guy's only 26. He's growing through the bottom of this guy. So you'll probably want to, I mean, if you don't want to grow him in here, he's completely bare root. There is no media in here whatsoever. And he's happy that way. Vandas don't like a lot of shit around their roots. Sorry for the saying roots. That was graphic. But what you want to do is you want to basket them. And if you pot them, you can totally keep them in a pot. They're just going to do this and eventually take over the pot. You may have to cut them out of it like Jaws of Lifestyle later on, which is fine. Pots are only a few cents. Who cares? But what I would do is, if this was my plant, is I'd probably put it in a wooden basket. And then once you get a plant that's too big for that wooden basket, put a bigger wooden basket around it, clip it to that, and it'll eventually just assimilate all that stuff, which I love. So it's a nudie Vanda. Draculas, that's right, Vic. I don't know which ones they are, but I know Vic is a Dracula fiend. Or you're like a Renfield, right? All right, Vanda Denisoniana, $26. The code is going to be Vanda, V-A-N-D-A. Got to slam the pot a little. No, come back. There you go. Gary. Now, I don't know. I don't think David Lyle's here. You've been waiting for Draculas? Nice. All right. Well, then we've got some coming that they're all cool growers, just so you're aware. But so the awarded ones are going to go for more. They'll be anywhere from 75 to 100. But because they're divisions, they're not selfings, they're not sib crosses, they carry the award. So if you see a tag that says, Vanda Denisoniana, AMAOS by self or by sib, it does not carry the award. That just means that that was one of the parents, right? Now, if you have Vanda Denisoniana, AMAOS, that's an awarded either clone, and usually they'll have a clonal name in single quotes, or it's a division of the awarded plant. So with these Draculas, these are divisions. These are well established in usually 4-inch round baskets. And yeah, I still have a couple Bellas left over from the other week. I'll drag them out in the weekend. We'll poke at them again. Okay. All right. So, ooh, what's next? Ludicea discolor. There's several different kinds of jewel orchids. This is one of them. Ludicea discolor. Look at how pretty that is, too. Isn't that gorgeous? So these guys have, they remind me a lot of succulents. Or if you've ever, I know Helen Brandt's had plumeria trees where they're thick branches, but easy to snap, right? And Ludicea discolor is very much like that. This can be propagated by just breaking off pieces. There's very few orchids that do that. Jewel orchids are one of them, which is always fun because you can make your friends jewel orchids for their birthday. They do have a bloom, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's nothing to write home about, but it's fun. You know what I mean? All right, so Ludicea. Discolor. All right. So the bloom sticks up pretty far. Here, look. This is the blooming habit. You see that? I actually think my Ludicea is starting to put out a spike. So I'll show you it when it gets into full bloom. But here, let's do a little closer up of it. It's, it's got a little yellow bop in the middle. It's cute, white, cute. But you buy these for the foliage. That's what you buy them for. Know what I mean? All right. Ludicea Discolor. I only have the one. And the code is, it's $26. And let's make the code COLOR. COLOR. Yours has a bud started? Yeah, I think it's right at the beginning of blooming season for Ludiceas. How do you know from the tag that it's a division? So, all right. So let's take Dracula vampira, which is a species. You got it, Helen. So Dracula vampira, and then there's a clone called Zorba, which has an AM, I believe. So the reason I know that it's a division and not okay. So that could be a clone. It could be a Dracula clone, and the clones carry the awards. Absolutely. Ben makes divisions. That's the only reason I know that that's a division instead of a clone. Does that make sense? Otherwise, unless it says original division or something like that on the tag, it's hard to tell that it's a clone or that. So the reason I know it's not a seed grown, is that he would have to, because Zorba's already awarded. You can't make another Zorba. Does that make sense? From seed. You can breed Zorba to something else. You can breed Zorba to itself. You can breed two Zorbas together. But the result is not going to be Dracula Vampira variety Zorba. Those are the two parents, but now you have a third thing. Does that make sense? I'm not the best explainer sometimes. All right. Yeah, I'm not the Dracula expert for sure. Like, I've always wanted to grow them, and they just don't love it here. But so far at this new greenhouse, they're doing pretty good. So I'm hopeful that they're just going to be chill about it. All right, this is a maxillaria I've never had before. This is Arachnidiflora. There's sometimes when I feel like such a ding dong sometimes because I will try and sound something out that I've read 100,000 times. And you're like, but I've never said that out loud. So, Maxillaria Arachnidiflora. Ooh, that is so cool. I love it. It reminds me of Maxillaria fractiflexa. All right, this is a really crappy picture. Okay, first of all, look at how many flowers. That's bananas. And they're leggy, so they kind of look like diplocolobiums a little bit. Ah, here we go. Oh, look at them. They look like little old men with mustaches. Ooh, long Fu Manchu mustaches. Get the plant out of your cleavage. It needs to be hugged. Oh, Dracula low tax are the best. And they're really heat tolerant too. And they flower out the top, which is super convenient. All right, so this Maxillaria Arachnidifolia. This one's 34. And I've never seen one before in real life. This is my first, so I'm going to probably get his autograph after the show. And he's nice and big, and he's definitely bloomed before. I got an old spike here, an old spike there, there, and two more there. But they're pretty polite about, not hanging around and looking really cruddy. Okay, let's make the code for this one Spider. SPIDER. It's $34. SPIDER. Arachnidifolia. Sarah, or I'm sorry, Sarah. Sarah's right above you. Todd, it's all yours. Todd. Now it's got boob germs all over it. Okay. Cattleya berringiana, 1 in a million. You ready for this? My search history is so reliable. It's like, did you mean Cattleya berringiana, 1 in a million? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. This is a semi-alba berringiana. Cattleya berringiana has these cool new growths. So the newest growth is always going to have this little like step pattern, which I think is hilarious. And then these guys get quite tall. Okay. I have a Cattleya berringiana I can see from here that I have in a terracotta pot, and it is this tall. Okay. These do get tall. They are full-size Cattleyas, and they get very tall. Can I get more of those? I bet I can. I'll ask Kathy for one. Cattleya berringiana, 1 in a million. These guys have nice big spikes that come up well above the foliage, so they're held like up here. And then there's a bunch of flowers, and it goes in this big. So this is a nice close-up of what the flowers look like, but they bloom in sort of this habit. You see how many of them there are? They're not huge. They're about this big, but there's so many of them that it's impressive no matter what. This is Cattleya berringiana, variety 1 in a million. Now, this is a selfing of that variety. So this could possibly, it probably won't, but it could possibly be a regular colored one, or a cerulean, or a full alba. The likelihood of that is very low. And this guy is, you're going to have to Jaws of Life this guy too, because I don't know if you can see this, but he's in a basket, but he's not in a basket, is he? He's got 1 foot out. So he needs a new pot. I have one of these, and he is 28. And the code is going to be million, M-I-L-L-I-O-N. Berringiana. That's great, Sarah. All right. Helen, all yours. This is a Schomburgkia. So Schomburgkias are in the Cattleya tribe. Cattleya tribe means they'll usually all breed together. They take relatively the same care and culture. Schomburgkias are typically a shortish plant with a really long spike. Some of them longer than others. We had Atropurpurea at the last greenhouse in a big pot that when it was in spike, the spike was over 6 feet tall. And we had to take the pot and put it on the ground. Otherwise, it would hit the shade cloth. So some of them are like that. And some of them have a more modest, 2-foot spike. But when you breed them to a cat, you get Shambo cats. And it mediates sort of the length of that spike because some of them can get a little big. This is Schomburgkia Louise Fuchs, variety Wheezy, and then it's a selfing of that. So let me show you what that looks like. There we go. Here she is. Oh. Sorry. Just sometimes when you touch a picture, it's like, oh, I'm only this big. And oh, that's not going to work. Here we go. Here she is. Oh, what a beauty. This is Mem Louise Fuchs variety Wheezy. Now, typically, Schomburgkias have those waves in the petal. They have twisty petals, or they have these big dramatic ruffles that go all along down the petals, the single petals. And this one's no different. They also tend to sometimes be upside down bloomers. But what happens is when you breed it to a Cattleya, it'll usually write that flower. That's usually the dominant thing, which is nice because sometimes you're just like, well, that sure looks upside down, and not on purpose. But this one is a really lovely one. It has really deep, rich color, and it's just a really lovely plant. And it's got a nice short growth habit. And she's a school teacher. Doesn't make a lot of money, but she's happy. Jumbo Cat Louise Fuchs. I have one. She's 26. And the code is going to be Louise. Louise. Kim, I need this. All right, well, here's the thing. If you don't get this one, I can get more. I know a guy. Yeah. All right, that one goes to Barbara Solera. I will order you one, Kim, okay? Hey, Becca, how you doing? I mean, does everyone want me to order? I'll get more of those. I should make a list. Let me get a paper. Hold on. I still have Becca's cataloging list. So I'll write on the back of that. So, Louise Fuchs. All right. So, how many people want one of those? Kim, Helen, Cindy Malsky, Rosie, Kelly Grebe. Do you want one? I'm going to see how many I can get. Donna Elliott, do you want? I'll order 6 and see how many I can get. Yeah, I used to be a stickler about misspelled words, and then I'm just like, I don't want to be that person. You want one, Todd? Okay. So, Stefan, Cindy. All right, so let me just write names down. Elias, Giacomo, Brandt, Cook, and Chisholm, Rasmussen, Klaus, and Malsky, and Sierra, and Floyd. All right. Am I missing anyone? These were only, 26? And they come in different sizes, but they don't break the bank. Like, I've never gotten one that's, like, crazy. Okay, and Yamada. Okay. I think I've got everyone. I'll see how many I can get. All right. So this is Cattleya lutemaniana. This is Mario. Ooh. By Self. That's so weird. All right, so let me see. I think this is a cerulean. I got your first, Kristen. I have Elias first. See? Right there. That's you. Is Facebook being glitchy? Aw. Todd, you just tell me what you need, all right? Okay, Cattleya lutemaniana. And I'm pretty sure, like I said, this is a cerulean. Cattleya lutemaniana. Yep. Absolutely. All right, so this is a Ludomaniana cerulean, which look like so. And this is the exact clone. Now, this is a selfing of that, okay? So, again, there's the slightest of slight chances that it will not be a cerulean, but the likelihood of it being a cerulean is very high because it has two cerulean parents, which is the same parent. But this is a fun one. Ludomanianas don't have a super huge growth habit, which is nice. As you can see, this one's pretty mellow, and I see some that are a little bit smaller and some that are a little bit bigger. But this one in general is pretty medium, pretty compact. I only have this one, and I have sold this as part of a cross, but never just a selfing of it. So this is Cattleya ludomaniana. Where are you? There you are. This is 28. It's in a 4-inch pot. And it's probably about a year from blooming, I'd say. Year and a half, tops. These don't need to be very big to bloom. And that's what I love about them. Cattleya ludomaniana. Let's make the code the letter M for Mario, Maryu, Mary I. I don't know how to say it. But that's okay. I know what it looks like. I've got its number. Ugh. Cute. Helen, all yours. In case you're wondering where Helen is, she's texting me. So if you're like, I don't see this Helen you keep giving plants to. All right. Cattleya granulosa. This is fun. Another species. Look at how cool this is, you guys. There we go. Okay. Helen was bad girl. She got put in Facebook jail. She said, I don't mind if you tell people. She's controversial, and that's why we love her. Cattleya granulosa. This is a really cool species. This is a sib cross. So when you're reading tags and you see Cattleya granulosa and then it says X sib or X self, that means it's a sib cross or it's a selfing. A selfing would be you take this plant, you pollinate it with its own pollen. Easy. I do selfings all the time. A sib cross would be this is another granulosa, same kind of thing. Bam. It's a sibling. They're all siblings. They're all brothers and sisters. Now, this is two named clones, and they are the two siblings. This Cattleya is Granulosa colisu by Formosa. Those are the two clonal names, and you can tell because they're in single quotes on the tag. So sometimes it'll just say Cattleya granulosa by Sib, and sometimes it'll say Cattleya granulosa, and it'll have the siblings on there that it's crossed. Both tags are correct. All right, this is Cattleya granulosa, $24. And the code is going to be the letter G, as in grape, granulosa, Grebe, Kelly Grebe, one of my favorite customers of all time. All those things. You got it, Todd. Well done. I know, right? Say it 3 times fast. I'm getting caught on granulosa. All right. Cool beans. Let me get some new trays. We're just going to go over this species, and then when we're done, we'll all go home. I mean, I will. Or we'll all go out and get matching tattoos. We're getting into dendrochilum land over here. Right? Matching tattoos. All right, so let me see. Looks like I have more red Wenzelii than I thought. Let me check something real quick just to make sure that I'm not selling anyone's own stuff, but I don't think I am. We have a whole new folder for 2023, so I got to go back. Nope, we're all good. Okay, cool. No tattoos on Helen's perfect body? Well, that is, you know what? I'll get them for you. You can stay untattooed. I'll get all the tattoos. I've already started. These are only Sharpie. I'm just figuring out if I like them first. All right, look. Dendrochilum Wenzelii comes in 3 colors, and I have 2 of them right here. This is Dendrochilum Wenzelii red, and this is Dendrochilum Wenzelii yellow. They are the exact same thing, just different colors. Okay. They're both from the Philippines originally, and they have these really cool growth habits where they just look like a pot of grass, which is kind of fun. Excuse me. Here's an alba, but it's not in bloom. It's got spikes started. These guys this one won't stand up. No, he's not gonna. This one's got spikes initiated, and they're just so cute, and you can barely see them in here. They're just coming out. Oh, the babies. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I already counted that one. Anyway, this one's going to be white. So we've got white, we've got yellow, we've got red. All 3. Now, what are their prices? Who knows? Who knows? All right, let's see. I have 1 of each. Easy peasy. The yellow and the alba are both 24, and the red is 26. I want you to comment with the color you want. Do you want white? Do you want red? Do you want yellow? Dendrochilums are so fun, you guys. And I get like this thrill when they start to spike. All right. Shelly, you got the red. Helen, you've got, I already did the red. I'm sorry, hold on. Shelly got the red. Helen, do you want me to order you a red? And then Helen got the yellow. And Sarah got the alba. I'll order you one. Does anyone else want a red? Stefan? I love them too. Emma, do you guys want reds? So. All right. I'm going to send this request list into Kathy and Jeff Parker at Tropical, because that's where all these are from. Okay. You got it. Great. And I'll order you 2 one. You lost the feed? No. You'd like a red? Also white? Rosie. Okay. You got it. Sierra. White 2. All right. Good. All right. Let me do, this is, these next 2 are some of my favorites. This is Dendrochilum bicolosum. Bicolosum does this like perfect cheerleader ponytail thing where it's super bushy at the top and then tapers down because these little guys haven't quite opened yet. But how cute are these? Can you see how cute that is? Like each one of these little flowers is bright and open and standing up. I don't smell anything right now, but it just started opening, so. And it's a little late in the day, so, you know, you never know. I didn't see Armando. Oh, I see him now. All right. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, gotcha. I really love this one. It's really defined individual flowers. Let me see if I can find it online, and then you can see how cute it is in person. Well, not in person. So dendrophilum. Oops. Bicolosum. Is there? Yeah. So what they do? This is what my favorite thing about bicolosum is once they're fully open. Do you see how they spin? They twist, and these are starting to. This one didn't twist at all, but all of the other ones are starting to twirl, which is just, they're so cute when they do that. I love them. So I have two of these. Meh. They're about the same size, same bushiness. Dendrochilum bicolosum. 24. That's not bad, right? So let's make the code BI. B-I or B-Y. I don't care. Did Ted tell me hands off the grab? I have the grabber right here, actually. And what I was doing is I was using it to adjust the camera while I was sitting here. I really like to misappropriate equipment. Okay. That is Miranda and Rosie. If you want me to order you one, say me. Helen? I'm guessing, right? Yeah, I can get more. Yeah. Sarah? You got it, Helen. Stefan and Sarah. I got Sarah. Stefan and Eve, if you guys want one, I can do that. $24. They'll be $22 to $26. If they vary in size, maybe a couple bucks either way. Put me for 1, 2, then for her. Sure. Eve, gotcha. All right. Absolutely. Okay. Kathy's going to love this list. She's going to be like, oh, sweet, I know exactly what to give you. Because the poor thing, we're like, grower's choice. And she's like, okay, how about one of these? It's just so cute. I love her. All right, here's another one that's just darling. This is Dendrochilum propiquum. It's got 2 U's in it, and they're together. Stefan? Good. All right, gotcha. Okay. Again, this is just the cutest thing ever. It also does the twisty. It has a longer spike initially, so it's held a little bit farther out. But once these open, it's so heavy that they just sort of start cascading down like this because the flowers are just, they're not huge, but holy moly, they're adorable. I'm going to see if I can, I don't know if it'll focus. I'm going to look at the camera as I hold it. Can you kind of see those? They are so friggin' cute. Hey, Marcy. I know, right? My bank account can't take it either. My heart can't take it because I got to sell them all. All right, let me put up a picture of this one. Isn't it cute? Yeah. Propinquum. Blah, 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 blah. That's kind of aha. Yeah. It's actually even cuter than that. Anyway, I have one of these. Um, and again, they are just dynamite bloomers. Um, super fun. Oh, fragrant too. This one's got a nice little, it's flowery and herby, herbaceous. This little guy is only $20. That's a heck of a deal. Let's make the code for this one prop. PROP is in something you bring on stage. It's what Carrot Top does his comedy with, or like a prop plane. Prop. PROP. Oh my god, I love that. No. Annette, Cat Leia, you're killing me here. Oh, murders. Murders in the building. Rosie, you got it. Now, let's do this thing where anytime during this live, if there's one of these that you want, you say, order me a prop, order me a buy, order me a, and I will put your name down and I will order them. Because it's just me today. All right, Helen, I'm assuming you want one of those. Pro pin. Okay. You got it. Emma and Karen, let me know if you want one. I'm going to turn that fan off because it is definitely not cold anymore or hot anymore. All right. Prop order, you got it. Order me a Dowiana Rosita. You know, I think H&R might have them, so I'll call them in the next few days. Prop order, you got it. Karen, got it. Order me a one-way ticket to Maui. Sure. Spider one? Sure. Okay. Renwick, Maxillaria, Spider. I don't remember how to spell it. We'll figure it out. Okay, this is Phalaenopsis gigantea. I have two of them. Now, what the name indicates is that they're going to be big, and they are, because they're big. Let me show you what they look like. All right. Those are the flowers, first of all. Yeah, I want to get a bunch of Rositas. And I tried buying them from him last year, and he was like, they're not big enough. And then he sent me a few. And I was like, cool. And I've actually put them in Grower's Choice boxes once or twice. And I lost two because they were really small. He was right. And then I still have like one or two. One's not doing good and the other one's doing fine. So we'll see. I know, it would be amazing. I'll at least email him. Okay. This is the flower of Phalaenopsis gigantea. Let me show you the mature plant, though, because that has a lot to do with it. See that bad boy? Do you see that little tiny human in the background? It's forced perspective, but it's also that plant has leaves like this. They're huge. They get really big. They're very cool specimen plants. And the flowers hang down in a pendulous manner like this. They're so fun. Now, the thing about gigantea is once they get to blooming size, they're a little pricey. This is when you get them for cheap. you put them on the side, you grow them out, and then eventually you're going to have a nice blooming size gigantea. It's like turning all your liquid assets into orchids. Orchid assets. Phalaenopsis gigantea. Oh no, my battery's running low. All right, well, I'll go grab a charger. Let's make the code for these. These are $20 each. Phalaenopsis gigantea. Let's make the code GIANT. GIANT. Okay. That plant would probably be. Vic, are you here? Can you chime in on that? I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know how fast they grow, to be honest. Miranda and Amy, you got them. All right, let me go get a charger cord. Talk amongst yourselves.